Hello friends, this is Jennifer Terri and welcome to my channel. In this video, we will talk about the arrival guide for Filipinos and foreign nationals arriving in the Philippines. So the Philippine government has revised the testing and quarantine protocols for all travelers arriving in the Philippines starting February 1, 2021. So the old protocols of COVID test upon arrival and then 1 to 2 days hotel quarantine is long gone. It's all new this February 2021. So in this video, I will guide you on a step-by-step guide so you can prepare ahead of a worry-free trip. So you can, you have an idea on what's going to happen when you arrive in the Philippines. Start while you're still overseas at your international airport abroad. So upon check-in, airline personnel will check your eligibility to travel to the Philippines and the travel documents you carry to support your claims, as we know that the Philippines has a very strict inbound rule. So let's start with the travel documents, okay? What are you going to present upon check-in at your airport? So for Filipinos, there are two categories. First one is OFWs, Overseas Filipino Workers. For OFWs, you need your Philippine passport, and then if you are a land-based OFW, register for Red Cross COVID test, and then if you are a sea-based OFW, register for first aid for your COVID test. I'll have the link in the description box. And then register for Oasis if you are a land-based OFW, and TRAZE app. Download the TRAZE app and register. The most important document here is the Philippine passport. But some airlines, though, will look for your COVID test registration. So just be mindful of that. Next up, we have non-OFW. Present your Philippine passport, your COVID test registration. That's either PadLab, the Toxicare Pal, or Red Cross, your TRAZE app on your phone, and pre-booked hotel, which is optional. You can do that when you get to the Philippines, but as I've mentioned before, some airlines will look for it. But if you fly with Philippine Airlines, as long as you're a Filipino citizen, they won't look for it. Next up, we have former Filipinos. So Filipinos who have become foreign citizens, okay? They're holders of foreign passports. So you just present your foreign passport, your old Philippine passport, or your birth certificate to prove that you were a former Filipino, your pre-booked quarantine hotel for 7 nights, your COVID registration, and TRAZE app. That's going to be on your phone. Next up, we have foreign spouse and children traveling with Filipinos. So these people don't need a visa to enter the Philippines. These foreign nationals are the only ones who can enter the Philippines visa-free. So for that, foreign passport, marriage certificate, birth certificate, pre-booked quarantine hotel, COVID registration, and your TRAZE app. And for foreign nationals, your visa, the supporting documents, your pre-booked quarantine hotel for 7 nights, your TRAZE app, and your COVID registration. So let's go. Now you have successfully passed through your check-in, you have boarded the plane. You'll see that inside the plane, that flight attendants will be wearing complete protective equipments, mask, gloves, face shield, maybe not face shield. If you're flying with Philippine Airlines, they will wear face shields though. And boarding will take longer as you have to practice social distancing. So expect that things will take more time than usual. While on the plane, remember to keep your mask on. You can't take it off, okay? You can only take it off when you're eating and you're drinking. And when you're in the bathroom. That's it. You have to wear the mask all throughout the flight. So sometime during the flight attendants will hand out 3 forms: health declaration form, Bureau of Customs form, and an arrival card. So fill these forms out before landing.
Mabuhay! Philippine Airlines welcomes you to Manila. The time is...
You have arrived in the Philippines. Your plane has landed in the Philippines. Yay! So, you will not be allowed to get up and take your bags immediately from the overhead bins. No, they will first check your temperature upon deplaning. One by one, your temperature will be checked. Then after that, you will be grouped by row to the plane. This time, you'll have to submit your health declaration form before leaving the plane, and then proceed to the designated waiting area. An airport personnel will greet newly arrived passengers and ask, are you an OFW or a non-OFW? So obviously, if you're a foreign national, you will be classified as a non-OFW. Now, why they ask this question? Because in this stage, OFWs and non-OFWs will be segregated. Next, personnel of the Philippine Coast Guard will brief you on the processes, what to expect, and who to contact for things. They will explain the protocols for you. Moving forward, airport personnel will hand out a form which you will have to fill out, and this is called the Affidavit of Undertaking. This form serves as a written consent proving that you agree to take the test and undergo quarantine. You have to sign it. And this will also tell you that failure to observe the mandatory quarantine is a crime. So follow the rules. Next up, proceed to the Department of Tourism Hotel Desk. Why? To sort out your quarantine hotel. This is the quarantine hotel assignment. So if you already have a pre-booked quarantine hotel, then hotel coordinators there will only verify to ensure that your hotel, the hotel that you booked, is accredited for quarantine. So in cases where you booked in a hotel that is not accredited for quarantine by the Bureau of Quarantine, then sorry, you will have to rebook in a hotel that is accredited for quarantine. So make sure to check the website of the Bureau of Quarantine before pre-booking. So I'll have the link of the complete list in the description box. So it's okay if you use online booking services as long as you book in a hotel that is accredited for quarantine. To those who have no pre-booked quarantine hotel, hotel coordinators will assist you in your reservation. So they'll hand you a list of hotels with prices. Yeah. And if you're looking for a budget quarantine hotel, you let them know, I'm looking for something cheap. They will guide you. So in the same desk as well, you may arrange for your airport to hotel transfer via shuttle or van. For coupon taxis, there is a separate desk available for that as well. You just let them know that where is the desk and they will guide you. For overseas Filipino workers, OFWs, proceed to your respective desk for your quarantine hotel assignment. So for land-based OFWs, you go to OWA. If you are a sea-based OFW, you go to Marina. So after choosing your transport, non-OFWs, after you choose your transport, a sticker will be given to you indicating your choice of transportation to your quarantine hotel. After that, you've sorted out your quarantine hotel. Next up is your COVID test. So proceed to the verification and barcoding booth. So what you need is present your passport and the QR code sent to you when you registered your COVID test, and then you can access that on your email. So this is the part where pre-registration for the COVID test comes handy, because if you have not registered, then you have to do it there. So that's, takes more time for you. If you haven't registered for the COVID test, you may do so there, but don't expect the airport Wi-Fi to be fast though. Now for passengers who do not have smart devices or phones, or who need assistance in, accessing these sites, these apps and all these things, don't worry, because help desks are available at the waiting area. And also, if your phone is dead and everything is there, charging stations are also available. But be mindful, it's the airport. Charging stations are always full, isn't it? Now, make sure that when you register through your COVID test, that you put in the correct name and the right email. Your name and your email is the most important pieces of information for this whole process. Don't mess it up yet. Now, after you verify your COVID registration, payment will be collected. So even though that the test will be done at the 6th day from the date of arrival, you have to pay in advance. So you have to pay upon arrival at the airport, in the same booth, in the verification and barcoding booth. So prepare your 4,000 pesos. So you may pay in Philippine peso or US dollars. You may use your debit card or credit card. And also ATMs and money exchange booths are available inside the terminal. As an exchange, after you pay, you will get a sticker indicating that you are holding a confirmed booking and that you have paid for your test, okay? So place that sticker on the back of your passport so you don't lose it. And coming up next is the immigration. For Filipinos, easy peasy, just show your Philippine passport, that's it. For foreign nationals, this is a very critical step. So present the travel documents, the same travel documents that you presented when you were still overseas at your check-in. So present that and clear with immigration and submit the arrival card. After immigration, time to claim your baggage at the designated carousel and clear with customs check. Submit the Bureau of Customs form and affidavit of undertaking before exiting the terminal. So what I've heard, so the carousel actually doesn't work. Your luggages will be lined up. Then through your preferred mode of transportation, off you go to your quarantine hotel. And that, my friend, is your arrival protocol in the Philippines. Welcome to the Philippines. That's going to be the first 1 to 2 or 2.5 hours of your time in the Philippines. That's all you have to go through. With the new protocols, it makes arrival protocol easier and faster. But on the other side of that, it means that your quarantine will be longer. Now, what happens next? In your quarantine hotel, what should you do and what can you expect? Well, that will be on another video I will upload after this. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That's all I ask. Like this video. It helps the channel tremendously. I will see you again with the next video in the quarantine hotel. Bye.